Jack gave his paralyzed wife a bath every day. After turning on the faucet, he suddenly slipped and hit his head on the sink, instantly falling unconscious. Paralyzed Annie was now trapped in a desperate situation. The water was still running, and if her husband didn't wake up, death was her only fate. Desperate Annie had to save herself. Using every ounce of strength, she pinned her hopes on the drain at her feet. Just as the water reached her nose, she miraculously pulled the drain halfway open. But tragically, the chain on the drain mysteriously broke. Watching the water drain slowly, Annie realized it couldn't keep up with the rising water level. The bathwater quickly covered her nose. As the water kept rising, it submerged her eyes too. At this critical moment, she kicked the drain completely open with one powerful thrust. As the water drained from the tub, Annie escaped, drowning. The near-death experience miraculously restored feeling to her body. After escaping danger, she discovered her injured husband was gone. Annie realized this might be her husband's plot. Ignoring her newly recovered body, she struggled out of the tub and rushed to call the police, but the phone line had been cut. In her despair, a dark shadow appeared outside. Annie grabbed a glass shard for protection. She moved to the door, using the glass reflection to check around. Seeing it was just a curtain, she finally relaxed. Gripping the shard, Annie backed down the stairs. When she turned to escape, Jack's body appeared at the bottom. The woman was terrified. Seeing her husband's motionless body, Annie feared he was faking. She cautiously descended, then quickly grabbed the phone and car keys and ran for the door. Unknown to Annie, Jack suddenly opened his eyes. Annie got in the car to escape. She threw it in gear and floored it, speeding away instantly. She kept checking behind her, afraid her husband would catch up, but she saw no sign of him. Just when Annie thought she was safe, she stopped to call the police. She didn't know Jack had been in the backseat all along. Annie slammed the accelerator, trying to break free from her husband, but the car spun out of control and plunged into the lake. Annie tried to open the door to escape, but the water pressure made it impossible. As her husband began to wake, the car kept sinking deeper. Annie tried crawling out the window, but suddenly her husband pulled her back. Annie begged Jack to let her go, but the severely injured Jack didn't respond. He just stroked his wife's face. Annie seized the moment to swim toward the surface, while Jack, too injured to follow, remained forever at the bottom of the lake. This thrilling movie is called What Lies Beneath.